3C2A Southern California Regional Tournament. The Bobcats hosting Los Angeles Pierce College, the Brahmas. Just a reminder to those in the stands, we will stop the clock on the scoreboard right around 2 minutes as to avoid any extra beeps or buzzes or horns going off during the field of play. The official score obviously will be kept on the field by the referee in the center of the field. Just a reminder, folks, the 3C2A decorum policy is in effect for this game. Please be respectful and courteous to one another. The 3C2A strongly encourages all fans to avoid using profane language, taunting, or making inappropriate gestures or non-verbal signs. In addition, any non-credentialed person that interrupts play will immediately be escorted out of the venue by the security staff. Those violating the 3C2A decorum policy will be warned once. Subsequent violations the policy will result in an ejection. Thanks for cooperating. As soon as we get the officials out to the center of the field, we'll announce the starting lineups, play the national anthem, but it'll be go time. They come in with a record of 10-6-5 overall. They're the visitors from Los Angeles Pierce College, the Brahmas. The starting lineup for L.A. Pierce. A freshman goalkeeper out of Sylmar Charter, number 1, Deborah Curiel. A 4'11" sophomore forward out of El Camino Real, number 2, Nalani Casares. A 5'6" freshman midfielder out of Kennedy, 3, Megan Gonzalez. A 5'4" sophomore defender out of El Camino Real Charter, 8, Nicole Tardencia. At 4'11" and a sophomore forward out of Northridge Academy, number 9, Natalia Villafana. At 5'3" and a freshman midfielder out of Chaminade Prep, number 10, Victoria Castro. At 5'6" and a freshman, a defender out of Van Nuys, number 12, Lily Rang. At 5'4" and a freshman defender out of Kennedy, number 16, Carolee Ortiz. At 5'1" and a sophomore forward out of Birmingham Community Charter, 17, Alia Pena Herrera. At 5'7" and a freshman midfielder out of Puc Triumph Charter, number 20, Brenda Medina. And at 5'10", a sophomore forward out of Agora, number 23, Heidi Ricketts. And the rest of the Brahmas with head coach Adolfo Perez's assistants, Joandra Ramirez, Julio Castillo, Mario Ledesma. They come in at 19-0-1. They're the defending state and national champions, currently ranked number 1 in both the state and the country. They are your Saddleback College Bobcats. The starting keeper at 5'8", a freshman out of Capistrano Valley, 00 Dublin Sinnott. At 5'6", a sophomore midfielder out of Huntington Beach, 6 Emma Radzai. At 5'6" and a sophomore midfielder out of Capistrano Valley, 7 Alexa Livingstone. At 5'4" and a sophomore forward out of Esperanza, number 9, the Orange Empire Conference MVP, Chloe Green. At 5'4" and a sophomore midfielder out of San Juan Hills, 11 Alexis Wright. At 5'9" and a sophomore defender out of Newport Harbor, number 15, the defensive MVP of the OEC, Alyssa Sims. At 5'8" and a freshman forward out of Big Sky in Montana, 16, Maisie Kasberg. At 5'5" and a sophomore forward out of Pacifica, number 20, Christina Santoyo. At 5'9" and a sophomore defender out of San Juan Hills, number 23, Summer Hackett. At 6 foot and a sophomore defender out of Marina, number 28, McKenna Pua. And at 5'8", a sophomore defender out of Edison, number 30, Sophia Drake. And the rest of the Bobcats with their coaching staff, BJ McNichol, Sean Melendez, Cole Phipps, Stephen Fagundes, Melissa Rangel, and Sierra Moore. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you could please rise as willing and able, face the scoreboard end of the stadium, where our flag flies as we play our national anthem. Referees for today's game: in the middle of the field, it's Magic Bereni. On the outside, Mirak Gurer and Eric Sebagal.
Thankful and grateful you could join us for another installment of Saddleback College Bobcats Women's Soccer as your Bobcats host the Los Angeles Pierce College Brahmas. It's round 1 of the 2023 3C 2A Southern California Regional Playoff. I'm Dan Gudino here, flying solo, as we welcome you to Mission Viejo, California at Saddleback Stadium. The road to state runs through Saddleback as the Bobcats have repeat on their minds. Last year's champions were fed some fuel before the playoffs started. How did the defending champs get the number 2 seed? Beats me. We'll get into that a little bit more, but the Bobcats enter the playoffs with 19 wins, 0 losses, and a tie. This will serve as fuel for the defending champs. The Pierce Brahmas, they have upset on their minds. They will try to shock the junior college soccer world as the 15th seed. Brahmas come into Saddleback with 11 wins, 5 losses, 5 draws. Winner of tonight's match will face off with Santa Monica City College in round 2 on Tuesday. That will be November the 21st as both teams find the pitch, and we're on set to start round 1 of the playoffs. Brahma Bulls, they come in with a victory over Antelope Valley last week as we are underway. Round 1, here we go. It's a cool 60 degrees this evening, a perfect night for playoff soccer. Light showers this morning. Pitch might be slightly damp, but that most likely won't stop the number 1 team in the Bobcats. Bobcats also ranked number 1 in the country. Here's the throw-in by Pierce. Inside the box as Pierce clears away. Bobcats in their gold uniforms, cardinal numbers. Brahma Bulls in their all whites, black numbers. Glad you could join us with so much to do in Southern California, Orange County, and across the Southland. If you've taken the time to join us, we really appreciate you. Dan Gudino here. Long throw in into the box. Pierce trying to clear. And an early whistle will give Pierce possession. Head coach of the Bobcats, B.J. McNichol, has his squad playing on fire. McNichol, in his 12th year at Saddleback, 11th soccer season, has an impressive resume, 148 wins, 50 losses, 40 draws, and entering tonight as the champions of the Orange Empire Conference. Long ball gets away from the Bobcats. Alexis Wright with the toss in. Bobcats control to the near side. Hackett finds a lane. Hackett trying to center it off a Pierce defender. Bobcat possession. So Bobcats early on leading the way in possession. Ball has yet to clear midfield in favor of Pierce. So in JUCO soccer, the clock runs backwards. It starts at 45 and it counts down. Here we are just underway. 41st minute. Into the box. And cleared by the Brahmas. Hackett will handle. Hackett long pass to the far side. The cross in. Too long. Kasberg handles. And this should be a corner kick. The first threat of the evening for the Bobcats here, possibly. So the Bobcats this season are just flat out balling near perfect. The last time the Bobcats tasted defeat was last season, last November. A 1-0 loss to Santiago Canyon. They'll play conservative here. Here's Hackett with the cross. Curiel able to tap it with her hand, still controlling. Here's the MVP in Chloe Green, turning it over here. Pierce Harding having a hard time crossing midfield as the Bobcats take possession again. So November the 3rd, 2022 was the last time Saddleback took an L. Impressive as can be. That's just flat out crazy. 380 days and counting since the Bobcats lost. 39th minute here as the Bobcats play conservative, surveying the field. Hackett once again on the wing, tries to find a crease. That one goes out of bounds. Good try there. So throw away the stats. Throw those out the window. It's playoff time. Saddleback and L.A. Pierce. Pierce trying to come up with an upset. Possession Pierce. Last year's playoff run was just super impressive. And you compare it to this year seems to be a lot better. They're already on pace to surpass their school record of 21 wins. Hackett tries to take possession. It'll be Pierce. "38th minute now. So Pierce finally gets into enemy territory now. Took him 7 minutes to get into Bobcat territory. Here's the first threat from Pierce. Good defense by the Bobcats. Here's Livingston. Over to Green. Brahma Bulls clear. First touch by Sanat. Hackett. Livingstone. Hackett tries to find Green in the box. Green, first shot on goal, goes wide. So it was touched by a Brahma Bull, so second corner kick of the evening. Let's see if the Bobcats could create here. Christina Santoyo will try to get this one onto a head of a fellow Bobcat. Right in front of the box, nearly goes in. And once again, off a Brahma. So another corner kick for the Bobcats. This will be the fourth one early on. Santoyo will switch sides and do it from the left side now. 36th minute, round one of the playoffs. Winner here will go on to play Santa Monica. This one gets poked out of bounds by Curiel. Offside is called, though. So there's a reason why the Bobcats are ranked #1 in the country and in the state. From last year to today, the high-flying B.J. McNichols have refused to relinquish the #1 spot in the state and in the country. But according to the SoCal regional ballot boxes, the computers must have glitched. Blame the RPI. The rating percentage index has Chaffey College as the #1 team in SoCal. Blame the computers. Oh, those tricky computers. Here, Bobcats trying to threaten. They'll keep possession here. These gals will have something to say about their #2 ranking into the playoffs, as they're set for another collision course with the Chaffey Panthers, nearly getting contact there. And another threat by the Bobcats there. 34th minute now. So both teams, I'm talking about Chaffey and the Bobcats, are expected for a rematch of last year's title game. That game took place in Sacramento. And this year, if the Bobcats could advance through 5 games, championship game will take place in Walnut, California at Mount Sac. Once again, Curiel comes in and pokes the ball out. Brahmas on their toes, playing lots of defense. Bobcats continue to threaten. It'll be Pierce possession now. So the championship game, if the Bobcats do advance to that, will take place December the 3rd. So 5 games away. That includes tonight's match. Santoyo looking, gets it over to Livingstone. Livingstone will cross. Straight into the basket of Curiel. 33rd minute now. The Brahmas last week in their play-in game, they needed a shootout where they beat Antelope Valley College. In the shootout, they won 3-1. So they had 2 extra halves, and that wasn't enough. They needed a shootout. They advance to play here this evening. The Brahmas come in with a 10-6-5 record. Away from their home turf, they are 5-3-3. Formidable. 32nd minute now. That's Medina. Tries to get it into the box and goes off Rang. So it'll be Bobcat possession now. Santoyo able to evade 3 defenders. Green gets tackled from behind. Another tackle. This one is whistled. Referee looks like he's scolding the Brahma Bull defender. So a free kick in favor of the Bobcats. Looks like Alexis Wright will take the free kick. 30 minutes, 55 seconds and counting now, first half. Wright taking her time. Boots it, long kick too high. Hits the field goal post. No good. Bobcats here this evening thus far taking heavy possession. They've been the only team threatening here tonight. Fans continue to trickle in to Saddleback College Stadium. Thankful and grateful you could join us. Dan Gudino here. Possession Bobcats once again. Things looking bright for the Bobcats. One of the top scoring teams in California, ranking number 4 in scoring. McKenna Pua will throw in. She goes back to Sims, to the far side to Drake. Here's Santoyo. Santoyo loses possession. Brahma possession now. Gotta like what BJ McNichols has done for Saddleback. It's been a slow, gradual progression for the Bobcats since he's arrived 12 years ago. He's made the playoffs in 8 of his 11 soccer seasons. Hackett. Radazzi. Long pass to Santoyo. Bobcats will keep it. 28 minutes, 50 seconds and counting. So it's been a 26-game streak where the Bobcats haven't lost, a 13-game win streak. Long toss into the box. Bicycle kick goes wide. That was Alexa Livingstone with the try, the product from Mission Viejo here, hometown product from Capistrano Valley High School. Good attempt there. Here's Brenda Medina with the long kick. Gets intercepted right at midfield by Hackett. But it will go the other way. Medina again with the long pass. Brahma's trying to create here. Good pass. Gets away though. Sims with the throw in here. Cool, chilly night this evening. Perfect weather to run full speed for both teams. "26 minutes, 20 seconds now." So no real threats this evening by either team. Castro trying to take possession, still fighting for it for the Bulls. Castro going around. Castro gets tired and just boots it out of bounds there. 25 minutes, 35 seconds. First substitution of the evening. Kasberg will step off. As the 13 jersey of Angelina Nieto will step on. Here's Nieto. Good tackle there, clean tackle, as Pierce will keep possession. 24 minutes, 40 seconds and counting. In junior college soccer, the substitutions work like this. You could get substituted and then later come back in. So expect that to happen a lot. As as Olivia Sulemajenic checks in for Pierce. Here's a good chance for the Bobcats here. Losing possession there. Long pass will be handled by Sinat. 23 minutes, 35 seconds remain, first half. Nielsen over to Hackett. Hackett ahead to Santoyo, who can't handle. Livingstone at midfield with 23 minutes to go. Trying to do it herself there. Livingstone works fast with the toss in. Good dribbling there. Livingstone gets ripped ahead, back into possession of the Bobcats. There's the MVP, Chloe Green, who's had a remarkable season. Green gets away from the first tackle with the left leg. Too strong there, floats it over the goal. Green was named the OEC MVP with her 33 goals. She was 4 goals shy of having more goals than the rest of her squad. Not including Chloe's 33 goals, the team had 37. Impressive stuff. So the Bobcats continue to control the possession clock. 21 minutes, 20 seconds left in this first half. There's the long pass into the box. Here's a setup. Green fakes, back outside of Livingston. This one goes out of bounds. It'll be a free kick in favor of Pierce. Under 21 minutes to go now. Santoyo boots it. Off the head of Livingstone. Here's a threat. Green. Over to the far side. That's Radzi. In favor of L.A. Pierce now. You got to think, since the Bobcats had a layoff, their last game was November the 9th. Here we are, November the 18th, 9 days later. If rust maybe comes into play, maybe the Bobcats a little rusty here, averaging 4 goals per game. Here, 0-0, under 20 minutes in round 1 action. Radze gets knocked down, and a free kick just outside the box. Here's an opportunity for the Bobcats to create something. Santoyo, Green, ball in the air, volleyed. Trying to knife through. Pierce able to clear. You get a sense that Pierce is playing against the ropes. This could be something here. Nope. Whistle blown. This will be Carly Ortiz with the free kick. Well defended by the Bobcats there. 17 minutes, 55 seconds. So some scores across the Southland. Ellen Hancock beat College of the Canyons. They move on to play Chaffey College. Santiago Canyon expectantly beats Cypress 4-0. This could be a threat here. Calmly taking it is Curiel. Good crowd here at Saddleback. Stadium seats 8,000. People continue to line in. Peña Herrera losing the ball there. Bobcats taking their time. Methodical game here by the Bobcats. 16:30 remains, first half. Casper getting knocked down. Inside, this one gets loose, tapped in, first score, Bobcats. A mistake by Pierce gives the Bobcats the early strike. Saddleback opens up the scoreboard 1-0 at the 16th minute. First strike by the Bobcats. So you got an injured goalie, Deborah Curiel, still hunched over in the box. So that was Alexis Wright with the goal midfielder, the 11 jersey. And here we go again. Bobcats threatening. MVP Green finding space. Hackett. Long pass too long. It's going to be a struggle for the Brahmas here this evening. A heavy, heavy underdog against the heavy favorite of the state. Long shot. Karam's off a defender. Pierce in possession. Looking ahead. Livingstone trying to get it over to Daniela Radze. 12 minutes, 40 seconds to go. 1-0 lead for Saddleback. Hackett looking far side. Back to Hackett. 12 minutes remain. Pua passes it to herself, goes backwards, and goes to the defenders. That's Sims, and a whistle is blown. Penalty against the Brahmas. Hackett inside the box. Green off her left leg, too high, too strong. Floats it over. 11:32 remains. First half. Two substitutions come in, the 22 jersey and the 12 jersey. Emery Sims comes in, and Chloe Campaign comes in as well for the Bobcats. So some fresh legs for Saddleback. "35 minutes have passed, and Pierce has yet to get a shot on goal. While the Bobcats have had at least 5 opportunities. We've got an injured player on the near sideline. Heidi Ricketts, the forward, sophomore from Agora High School, grimacing in pain. She gets up. She'll be all right. It's playoff time. Gotta grind it out. Here's Saddleback on pace to do what they do best. That's win, win, win. High toss in. Good tackle. Excellent defending. Back the other way. Hackett to Campaign, who loses it. Foul is called against Radzi. Victoria Castro taking her time to get up. Under 9 minutes to go in this first half now. Long pass here. Off the shoulder of Pierce player. Tough foul there. Maybe some retaliation for an earlier play there. Heidi Ricketts whistled. No card though. I guess just a clean, hard foul there. Playoff soccer. Here's Green trying to save it. She'll toss in quickly. Ricketts against Green. There's Ricketts getting knocked down. She's had a tough night thus far. Second time she lays on the ground grimacing in pain. 7 minutes, 35 seconds to go. As the athletic trainer is called in. Long pass into the possession of Hackett. Hackett crosses it. Opportunity for the Bobcats. Goal! Another one! Clean play. This time it's Angelina Nieto. She was substituted in about 10 minutes ago and makes an impact. 2-0 Bobcats. At the 6:45 minute of this first half, Nieto extends the lead. Here, Pierce trying to create something, instead throws it away. Sanat here taking her time. Bobcats just milking the clock now at this point. Under 6 minutes, first half. Green carries it to herself. Hackett gets by Radze. Radze chasing the 10 jersey of Castro. Oh, here's an opportunity. Nearly getting by. Under 5 minutes, 15 seconds to go. First half. 2-0 in favor of your Bobcats. How good is the Bobcat defense? No shots on goal thus far for the Brahmas. It's like every bounce has gone the way of the Bobcats. Ooh, tough foul there. Wonder if that will get a flag. Excuse me, I'm still in football mode. A card. Thankful and grateful you could join us for this installment of Saddleback Bobcats Women's Soccer. 4:30 left. I'm Dan Gudino here flying solo as the Bobcats will bring in Daniela Hara. Off the pitch, Emma Radze. Pierce trying to find a way, but just can't find it. Possession Bobcats. More substitutions come in. Alyssa Sims checks back in. Here's an opportunity. Too strong there. 3:30 left first half. The way the Bobcats have played this season, you can't help but think that they will repeat as state champions. On the wing, that's Kasberg. Oh, here's an opportunity. Oh, too high. Too strong there. It's like every single bounce is going in the favor of the Bobcats. That's what seems to happen when you're that good. 26 games and counting since they last tasted defeat on a 13-game win streak. Just one lone tie is the only blemish on the record of the Bobcats this season. 2 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Castro. That's Gonzalez. Take it away. Brahma defender pokes it out of bounds. A minute 48 remains in this first half. Here's the long throw-in into the box. Bobcats thinking goal number 3 here. Santoyo with the pass inside. Another opportunity. No. Good tackle there. Hackett. Oh, wow. Curiel able to get it in front of the Bobcat player. So we're officially into stoppage time. A little bit of extra time given in this first half for possibly Ricketts taking 2 tumbles earlier. Offside against the Bobcats. Second time the Bobcats this evening have been called offside. 2-0 in favor of your Saddleback Bobcats. On pace to move on. Coming into the game, you knew this was going to be super tough for the Brahmas. All of a sudden, now you got a bigger mountain to climb, down 2-0. This one gets saved on the far sideline. Beautiful display of passing. Look at this. Here come the Bobcats in extra time in this first half. Still in possession are the Bobcats. That's Hara. Knifing through. Pass inside. Curiel will handle. Lots of action for Deborah Curiel, the goalkeeper, the freshman from Sylmar, California. She's had to do a lot. So that will do it for the first half of play as the Bobcats lead the LA Pierce Brahmas 2-0. So far, the Bobcats are on pace to take on Santa Monica in round 2. Saddleback will host that ball game if it takes place. So the road to state runs through Saddleback as we will step aside here for halftime. We'll be back in about 15 minutes. 2-0, Bobcats lead it over LA Pierce. Welcome back to Saddleback College Stadium. Thankful and grateful you could join us. So far, the Bobcats have been flat out dominant in this one. Ball bouncing in their way, 2-0 in favor of the Bobcats. 12 shots on goal, 2 scores. L.A. Pierce left with no shots on goal. So the defense has stepped up. Round 1 of the playoffs continues. Start of the second half. I'm Dan Gudino, flying solo here. So I have to make a correction earlier. I mentioned that Wright got a goal. She actually was the one who assisted on both goals. It was Nieto who got both goals in the first half. Angelina Nieto having an excellent game with 2 goals as we are underway. Start of the second half now. So early on, the Brahmas are trying to create something in the box as they've been left with no shots on goal. It's been an easy night for Dublin Sanat, goalie of Saddleback. Just underway, second half here. Chloe Green gets back into the game. Hackett will inbound here with the throw-in. Hackett to Sims. Near side to right. Casberg. Green gets knocked down just in front of the box. Here's an opportunity for the MVP. So far, a lot of work for the goalkeeper of the Brahmas. Green will take the shot too high. Too much mustard on that one. Under 43 minutes now in this second half. Poor free kick by the Brahmas. Alexis Wright will throw in. She'll do it again. McKenna Pua into the box. Bouncing around. Brahma's having a hard time clearing it. That's Drake. Green controls. Casberg. Hara to the far side to Livingstone. In the box. Too strong. 41 minutes, 20 seconds remain. Curiel launches it. And a whistle is blown. Victoria Castro too physical there. Gasberg down the wing. Angles in. Takes a shot on goal, and Curiel able to handle it. Loses it. And an offside called against the Bobcats. So let's see if the Brahmas could get something on goal here in the second half. No shots by them at all. And here already the Bobcats just controlling the ball. Livingstone gets tripped up. Excellent tackle. Oh, a little bit of pushing and shoving on the far sideline. Some frustration now taking a toll on the Brahmas. Under 40 minutes now. That'll be Bobcat possession. So if I'm the Bobcats, I'm taking my time here. .38 minutes and 50 seconds to go. Near side to Alexis Wright. Wright doing it herself. We get a whistle here. Here we go again. Here's Casper. We're at the 37-minute mark of the second half now. Santoya with the free kick just kicks it away. So now the Bobcats with 14 shots on goal. There's Green. Keeping possession. Plays conservative. Goes back to Sims. Far side to Livingstone. Livingstone down the sideline. The cross goes out of bounds. Free kick, Pierce. So it's been the substitutes that have made an impact here this evening, especially Angelina Nieto with their 2 goals in the first half. Chloe Green, the MVP of the OEC, has been contained thus far. We'll see if she gets into the scoreboard. Long pass thrown away. Here's Ricketts, all by herself, no one around. Hara takes possession. Livingstone fighting for it. Livingstone comes near side, loses it. This is Drake to the far side. Hackett. Brahma Bulls just desperately trying to get it onto the other side. So not taking her time. Comes near side to Drake. 34th minute of the second half. That's Kasberg. To Hara. Livingstone gets tripped up. Loses possession. There's Gonzalez. Double teamed. Bobcats attacking. Bobcats finding space. Green turning around. Loses it. There's Lily Rang going too far there. And that's as close as Pierce has gotten this evening. Easy work for Sanat, goalkeeper of the Bobcats. .33 minutes, 40 seconds remain, second half. Santoyo gets dropped hard. That'll be a whistle. And a card. Nalani Caceres will get the first yellow card of the evening at the 33-minute mark of this ball game. Second half. Santoyo will try to launch it into the box, and she'll try to find one of her teammates here. Here she goes, Santoyo into the box, too high. Rodriguez will take it, taps it into the leg of a Bobcat. Caceres, stolen. That's Drake. Drake into the box. Drake crossing, nearly finds Green. .32 minutes remain as Saddleback looks forward to facing off the Santa Monica Corsairs, pending the Brahmas taking this one away. As the 14 jersey steps on, that's Jamie Torres. She comes on to the pitch for the Brahmas. Rodriguez will step off. Caceres takes her time, boots it off the head of Nielsen. Here's Kasberg. Ahead. This might be trouble. Curiel comes in and pokes it out. I was talking to a few folks from the Saddleback side, they mentioned how last year team might be slightly better. From the looks of it, that might not be the case, I think. I mean, they're already on pace to surpass. If they continue with two more victories, they'll tie the school record of 21 victories. If they make it all the way to the championship, they'll surpass it. Brahma's stuck on defense the whole game. Bobcats continue to threaten. 30 minutes now, second half. Here's Drake to Santoyo. Santoyo knifes through. Green can't get that one and slips through. Excuse me, that was Livingstone who slipped. 29:45 left, second half. Not the cleanest game for the Bobcats, not the most effective, but you got to think that the long layoff, a 9-day layoff from the end of the season into the play-in games during the playoffs into tonight's round one action might have taken some effect here. So much time without a live game, sometimes that would take an effect. 29 minutes left. Hackett here will launch. Summer Hackett steps up. Gets it over to Casberg, into the box. Bobcat ball. 28 minutes now. As we mentioned earlier, Bobcats into the SoCal Regional, ranked number 2. Because it was a down year for the Orange Empire Conference. A weaker schedule creates a lower ranking. Chaffey College got the number 1 ranking. Long throw in. Goes out of bounds and a corner kick now. Saddleback enters the playoffs on a 27-game unbeaten streak. Bobcats have outscored their opponents 84-6 in 2023. They've recorded 15 shutouts, on pace for number 16 here this evening. They have continued to excel from the start of the season to present time, all while battling within the Orange Empire, which is considered one of the best in the country. Although this year, as we mentioned, a down season, the rating percentage index considered the OEC as a weak schedule. The only threats within the OEC: Santiago Canyon, Cypress, and your Bobcats. Here's a long shot too high. So even though the powerhouse that is the Bobcats Ranked number 1 in the country, ranked number 1 in the state. Trying to prove they're number 1 as the number 2 seed in the SoCal Regional. Here's a threat. Too long of a pass. If you ask me, the Orange Empire is so good because the top 3 squads, Saddleback, Santiago Canyon, and Cypress, they have won the past 3 of the last 4 state titles, with 9 total championships since women's soccer became a sport in 1988. Saddleback trying to represent once again. Long throw in. Seems all the Pierce can do is just trying to poke it out of the box and hope for one of the Bobcats to make a mistake. No sense of offense thus far in either half. The sports information directors in the OEC conducted an annual preseason poll, and they were correct about how the season would finish in the top 3. Santiago and Cypress with Saddleback as the number 1 team. They were right. Saddleback, of course, is seeking their 2nd championship in a row this season. And although they're a heavy favorite, they've had to make some adjustments to their lineup, losing a lot to graduation. 6 different players signed to 4-year schools, including 4 to Division I schools. So a lot of success here by B.J. McNichols and his high-flying, prowling Bobcats. Here ahead 2-0 with 23 minutes, 55 seconds to go. Tick, tick, tick goes the clock on the Brahmas. And the clock's about to become the enemy of the Brahmas soon. Fighting for their chance to stay alive. Trying to keep their season alive. Here's Ricketts. Gets double teamed. And again, the Bobcats able to fend off. 23 minutes, 15 seconds to go. Here go the Bobcats. So McNichols, head coach of the Bobcats, continues his progression this season, winning his 2nd conference title in 3 seasons. If you look up the progress, you'll find that in the playoffs, you'll find that his Lady Bobcats have only missed the playoffs twice. So pretty good for McNichols and the Bobcats. Long shot there. Deborah Curiel able to handle. Long shot by Alexis Wright with her left leg. 22 minutes, 30 seconds to go. So can the Bobcats do it again? Can they repeat as California state champions? Here's Green trying to find some space. Ball gets poked by Green, so free kick, Brahmas. If you're asking, I'm Dan Gudino here, filling in, having fun thus far. Fun game so far for the Bobcats as well. Hackett. Too long. 21 minutes, 30 seconds. Off the field will be Christina Santoyo Onto the field, Alexa Livingstone. She's back on the pitch. 21 minutes, 5 seconds remain. This will be one of the more impressive victories for the Bobcats in terms of defense. They've got 15 shutouts, but how many games have they left the opposing team with no shots on goal? I got to look that one up. Wasn't expecting that this evening. Here's Hackett. Finds a lane. The cross. Too long. Might smell danger, though. "20 minutes, 15 seconds remain. You would expect the Brahmas to start operating with a little bit more sense of urgency, trying to push midfielders and forwards and even the defenders up a little bit more. Not the case. Lots of tugging and pushing there. Chloe Campaign, the forward from the Bobcats, gets called for the foul there. Here may be a sign of life for the Brahmas. No. Things are getting chippy now. So the frustration definitely setting in on the Brahmas. BJ Nichols shouting at the official, "Hey, where's the card at? 19 minutes to go." Wright tosses in to Drake. Drake goes far side. Long pass. Might be a little too long. Brahmas kick it away to the far side. 18 minutes, 30 seconds. One of the reasons why the Brahmas might be struggling here this evening is they showed up with 13 players. So, while the Bobcats a full squad, full squad of 28. 17 minutes, 50 seconds, and a corner kick here. Alexa Livingstone floats it up. Header! Good! Goal! Bobcats! Daniela Hara dances away, runs to the sideline. 3-0 Bobcats. Running away with it now. At the 17-minute, 20-second mark, Daniela Hara, the midfielder freshman from El Toro High School, extends it 3-0. Just keeps getting worse for the Brahmas. 18 shots on goal for the Bobcats with 3 scores. And the Brahmas haven't even taken a shot on goal yet And here another opportunity for the Bobcats. A free kick here. Got an injured player on the other side. Looks like a cramp. Chloe Green, who earlier in the ball game was on the sideline looking like she was going to throw up. Here she's limping off. The MVP of the OEC will be substituted. Into the game for her will be the 1 jersey, Isabel Whitaker. At this point, I would want to rest the MVP. Save her for Santa Monica. So who's going to take the free kick here? It'll be either the 11 jersey of Alexis Wright or the 7 jersey of Alexa Livingstone. Too high, nearly getting it. Livingstone. Almost accurate there. 14 minutes, 45 seconds to go as the Bobcats continue to run away with it. As we approach 9 o'clock on the West Coast, it's getting chilly, under 60 degrees now. Alexa Livingstone will step off as Christina Santoyo steps back in. Dublin Sinat, the starting goalkeeper, will step off as Katie Albayati will step on and defend the goal for the Bobcats. 14 minutes remain. Here's Drake. Over to Sims. Sims into the possession of the Brahmas. Every time the Brahmas get possession of the ball, they run into a wall of Bobcats. Excellent display of defense here this evening by the Bobcats. You'd think you'd be more impressed with 13 shots on goal with 3 goals in. I'm more impressed with no shots on goal. So the defense of Saddleback taking charge here this evening. Bobcats playing conservative now with 12:35 to go. That's right, launching. Too high, too strong. 12:30 left. That's Sims. To Campaign. 11:50 to go. So the top 2 teams in the SoCal Regional will advance to state, creating a Final Four. December 1st will be the first semifinal pair of games, and then December 3rd is where the Bobcats want to end up, playing for the state title for the 2nd year in a row. 11:15 to go. Bobcats fighting for it inside, nearly going in on the left side. Chloe Campaign, oh so close. Almost gets it to squeeze in. 10:55 remains. As the substitutions keep coming in for the Bobcats, onto the field is Gabby Beaton. Off the field is Emma Aradzi. Pierce now definitely just playing for respect. Too long there by Valsky trying to find Whitaker. Got a whistle against the Bobcats. Here a chance for Pierce to get into the box of Saddleback. No chance. The greedy Bobcats have defended well. Still no chance. 9 minutes left. So you got two Pierce Brahmas warming up. The only two players remaining on their side. On their roster, they show 22 players, but they only showed up with 13. That played a huge factor. Fatigue. Oh, the stingy Bobcats continue their defense. 8 minutes, 15 seconds to go, second half. I can't help but think how that number 2 seed into the SoCal Regional must have really angered Saddleback. Must have provided some gas, some fuel. Oh, no foul called inside the box. Clean tackle. Defense of the Bobcats continues to prevail. 7:40 left. Heidi Ricketts again having a hard time getting up. She's had a really tough night. On 3 different occasions, she's had a hard time getting right back up after being tackled. 7 minutes, 20 seconds to go. Katie Albayati will be launching this one. Fun night for the Bobcats. Lower depths of the roster, getting some playing time. It's always fun when everybody gets to play. Getting some playoff experience. Albayati launches. Bobcats retain possession. Bobcats on the prowl. Bobcats in the box. Finding space. This one's poked out of bounds. And a corner coming up. So another threat brewing for Saddleback. 6 minutes, 20 seconds and counting. Belowski, high into the air, in the box. Karam's away. Near side, that's Sims. Sims cross field. Back to Wilson. Osorio. That's Beaton. Beaton fighting for it, losing it. 5:30 left. There's Whitaker, double teamed. Fighting through the double team and losing it. Free kick. Five minutes to go. In the air. Can the Brahma Bulls clear it? No. But off the leg of Rodriguez of Saddleback. 4:40 to go. On the sideline, Chloe Green shows up with 2 packs of ice. One on her right, on the back of her right thigh, another one on her left hip. Her night is done for sure. And she puts on a jacket. Four minutes, 10 seconds to go. And still no shot on goal by Pierce. So opportunity after opportunity coming up for Saddleback. Valuski here with the corner at the 3:30 mark. In the air. Who will find it? Bobcats too physical there. Free kick in favor of the Brahmas. 3 minutes, 15 seconds. This will probably be one of the last chances for the Brahmas to get anything going. Saddleback fans cheering away, having fun tonight. Good crowd at hand for this evening's match. About 400 strong. Two minutes remain as the Bobcats look forward to Tuesday, November the 21st, where they will host Santa Monica. Santa Monica on the year, 13 wins, 3 wins, 6 draws, and they come in as the 10th seed in the SoCal Regional. First shot on goal. Don't know if that will count as a shot on goal. We'll see what the statistician writes in the books. That might count as the first shot on goal, although it was wide. But was it a pass? We'll never know. Only the stats man will know. 1:35 to go. as the whistle is blown against the Bobcats. And it was tallied as a shot on goal. So finally, so in the 88th minute of the game, the Brahmas finally get a shot on goal. Would have been cool to see if the Bobcats shut them out both ways, shots on goal and in scoring. Here's an opportunity. Brahma's looking for respect, and a whistle's blown. Is it in? Yeah, that'll be a penalty kick, I believe. Is it? It will be, so a chance to get on the board for the Brahmas at the 139 mark. Katie Albayati will try to defend the penalty kick. Taking the penalty kick will be Victoria Castro, the freshman from Chaminade High School in Chatsworth, California. Some excitement late in this one here. Castro. In. Brahmas with a late score. Make it respectable. 3-1 now. Castro gets her 5th goal of the season on a penalty. Bobcats still attacking here, still looking aggressive. So we're now in stoppage time, officially. We'll do our best to keep track of the stoppage time. Clock is always stopped at about 1:40. Here the Bobcats try to move quickly with 2 Brahmas down on the field. Now the sense of urgency coming in for the Brahmas as they know that their season is over. Pending a miracle, right? That'll do it. Saddleback College Bobcats women's soccer advanced to round 2 with a 3-1 victory over LA Pierce Brahmas. Dominant performance, just one lone blemish. A penalty free kick was the lone score. Just 2 shots on goal by the Brahmas. Defense was extraordinary here this evening. So join us Tuesday, November 21st, as your Bobcats will host the Santa Monica College Corsairs in round 2 of the SoCal Regional Playoff. That'll be a number 2 seed versus a number 10 seed. So that will do it here this evening here at Saddleback Stadium. I'm Dan Gudino. It was truly an honor to call the reigning champs first round matchup in which they were dominant. So congratulations to AJ McNichols and his lady Lady Bobcats squad as they were just dominant here this evening. 3-1 final over LA Pierce. Thank you, everybody. Everybody have an incredible evening. Thank you so much. Good night.